are intertwined, and obviously there's some deviations from the pro. But when somebody says a program, it's not like bragging, but like in the beginning, all I saw was this, just this little piece here. Mm-hmm. But after 28 years, you kind of start to see what I do here is going to affect this.
Right.
If I put pressure on my article, don't be surprised when I have conflict in the blind. It's going to show something weird.
Matters.
Yeah, so I have to think like, why am I teaching name recognition in the beginning? There's a reason why. It's going to help on my blinds. It's going to help on my dumbbell. It's going to help on what's my very first here foos out of the blind? Slayer. Here foos. My very first call out, because I don't teach a call out on the one. My very first call out with Slayer was right after the one. I think a month later he got his two. I mean, you got to remember, last time I was here, he didn't have a BH. So he went from November to May, he went BH 1, 2, 3. That's how I always do it. With all the dogs. I mean, I'm ready for a 3 when I do my.
And he was only 2 years old.
Yeah, but I have a training field at my house. Yeah. I'm not saying do this. Yeah. Because I know some, like if I told our club, I mean, schutzhund's so hard because you work 3 years for 3 bites. That's a year per bite. You have escape, re-attack, and long bite. 3 bites on a one. And it's about 3 years of work. That's crazy. I mean, so it's so much work. So some people need to have a bone thrown to them like, I did something, I got my BH. So I tell the club, don't do what I do, because, some people need to see like, I did something versus you're going to have a lot of fun in 3 years from now. That's like, whoa, that's too far. But he already knew 6 blinds in a back transport and all this when I did the BH. So after the one, he had the components, but you know what? He did not know a call out. He did not know a call out. So I said, Slayer, if that head didn't turn around in the middle of barking in the blind, tick, tick, here, foos. So I used the name recognition for their very first call out. I use that a lot. And especially I look at commands. Like I said, when I do my jumps, for the first 3 months, when my dog understands the jump with the dumbbell, I say hup, bring, hup. Hup, bring, hup. I mean, so they have to hear that second command, hup. I mean, it makes me nervous. I'm going to, knock on wood right now. I've never had a dog go around the jumper wall ever in all my trials.
Are you any good with the Vulcan mind meld?
What's that?
Spot? Does you transfer everything in your head into my head?
You'd be like, Joel, that's some scary stuff.
I'm listening to you, and I see all the stuff that and then all the little things, mistakes you make are like this, man. Right?
But I made
me, I'm the reverse.
Well, what I'm doing.
How many dogs he's trained now?
I know,
right?
I know.
You're coming just
you get it. I mean,
always want to go. I can go. Can
15
I go back
dogs.
And change things.
And you get, but even me, because remember I had that black dog Ark, and I said I don't think he's for high competition. He was getting good scores in my trial, but I went to the AWDF. I mean, I get spanked. It was a pretty freaking ugly trial. I think I got like 85 in obedience. It was like, ooh, that's pretty ugly, man. I mean, it was not a pretty routine. Things happen. I mean, when you have that was what's really hard. I just came off a failure at the AWDF because he didn't pass tracking, and 2 weeks later I'm doing a seminar. It's easy to do a seminar off a win. Doing a seminar. So when it came to tracking, and it was 2 weeks after that, I said, well, obviously my theories don't work, but I'm going to give them to you anyway. But, things, and you learn as you go, because I should do that. Maybe next time I come, if we can find a VCR, I'll show you my first trial. It was pretty freaking ugly.
How do you start off your dumbbell?
What's a VCR?
Exactly. I start off my dumbbell with the toy. So they have to understand the word quiet.
Are you posting the dog or
no? So I'm just playing. They bring it back, quiet, sits, and I play. So I just teach quiet, sit with the toy. Bring it back, we play, sit quiet. Then I use PVC pipe. The reason I use PVC pipe, when I started coming up with this a long time ago, I didn't want pressure. I said, okay, what can I... So I wanted something that didn't look like a dumbbell, have the same texture of a dumbbell or anything, and I do a forced dumbbell. So they understand the quiet, because that's most important to me, how to hold something quiet. Now I back time. I have the prong, and they don't know what this means. It usually takes about 3 to 4 days. I say, take it, So that's my negative command. Take it, and I pull a little, and right when they take it, quiet, and I pay them with food. So you've probably seen all the force methods of that.
Yeah, I see that.
My force method is pretty gentle. I don't even mind if people videotape because it's not real hard. It's not take it, take it, take it. I'm very quiet and I sit down so I'm not dominant on them. Take it. And I do what I call a cast, hand under and over. Take it right when they take it, pressure off, quiet. But they already know quiet. So they know this. And I pay. But